Hello, I'm Ami, the intuitive at Let Me See What We See. Thank you for listening, allowing me in your experience at Let Me See What We See. Today, I love to give my focus on navigate mind power to change your energy. Navigate mind power to change your energy. Introducing the idea from the Dr. Mona Lisa's Mind Body Makeover Suit. Dr. Mona Lisa is a neuroscientist, medical doctor who also do the energy reading, intuitive medical reading. She shares her findings and study about the relationship between mind and body to keep our being more healthier alignment. So when you treat the body only, you also need attention to do something with your mind as a whole person living in this society. So share in her ideas and study through her practice over a decade as a neuroscientist PhD and a medical doctor. Share in the possibility of the relatedness to each part of us so that we can become more aware of what's happening and what can be better choice for better creation towards chosen goals by you. First off, I like to start with the conscious breathing exercise. That's the quickest meditation, mindfulness exercise. Allow my voice guide your attention and engage with each part of you to fully dedicate in the activity that we all do as a human being, conscious or unconscious or subconscious. I never met that person who stopped breathing for a long time and still alive on earth. So something mutual as a human, regardless of your beliefs, values, and culture influence and preferences. But as a human being, let us connect with the mutuality, oxygenization, using this particular act that we all do to connect in with mindfulness state. Quickest meditation, that's ideal because I value your time and you are one of the mature person who's interested in to become more achievable, fulfilling life experience in each area of your life: work, career, family, love, relationship, to self, loved ones, significant lovers, wife, husband, friends, community, everything. So starting with taking the time to connect with yourself and getting to know where you are, which part of you is where, and doing that mindfulness exercise, simply following my guidance to connect, to neutralize self here now, taking the time together. I'm Ami, the intuitive energy management advisor. I've been providing the group exercise for this energy when you use the terminology as a healing, that's part of it. But basically, to pay attention and become aware of ourselves, yourself, which part of you, your mind body, your emotional body, your spiritual body, or your physical body. We are not only the physical beings, we have ideas, we have a discipline, we have a feeling, we have a sense of some spiritual belief. Each part is an important part of you, your self, your beingness. And sometimes it's good to take an opportunity, create the opportunity for ourselves to connect each part of us, because we as a person, we grow each day, each moment, and it deserves update and attention. So thank you for taking the time for yourself, updating, noticing which part of you is growing, which part of you is getting your attention, because you're the most knowledgeable person about you and the most important person in your life. No one else. So I really grateful for to guide your attention, reminding your personal part and help us get aligned in here now as in present, wonderful, natural, beautiful beingness as you, growing you, as changing you. Okay, I think I'm talking too much. So first of all, what we want to do is I request you to get some of your favorite drinks. I have a green tea in my cup today. Whatever that drinks that you can get handy, please do so, because it's part of the mindfulness exercise and treating yourself. You are the most important person, so treat your VIP, who is you, by just a little care for with the favorite drink. Even you hear you whisper in to get something not so ideal, like unhealthy aligned drinks, but it's not for every time, just for this moment. So just to treat yourself with something that make you smile, bring smile to your face, or taste. Do it right now when I'm talking. That would be ideal. Anything, if it's end of the day, you are about to close in your day, and maybe a glass of wine or a bottle of beer or scotch perhaps, or you are at the beginning of the day, happen to be, and a glass of fresh water or tea, coffee, anything that makes your spirit goes yum, thank you. That's what is very ideal. And that's not only the reason. Another reason is that when we sip something or chew something using the physical sensation, then it's easier to notice where our physical is located. And non-physical part of ourselves, such as mind and feeling, the mind going to perhaps going to tomorrow's event, thinking about tomorrow's flow or budgeting, whatever, or perhaps you're still engaging it into what happened this morning or yesterday, or still remembering some dreaming, So it's just mind is traveling around somewhere in time, many cases. So bring that mind in here now, aligned to the physicality. So it's just when you sip something, becomes cue to, okay, here it is, the point to align now. And it's useful, helpful to resonate each part of ourselves. That's a practical reason. And what we do is to consciously engage the oxygenization fully in taking the air, oxygen from your nose and keep it in your lungs both sides and bring the air energy down to the stomach, belly. Bring that really down, especially if you are in a feminine body, because the feminine body is designed to carry that air and breathe in and out in the chest area, because for the baby to carry in the tummy area, so it's naturally unconsciously easily breathing with the chest. So consciously bring that down to stomach is needed compared to male body. So which body you are with, consciously bring that air down to the stomach area and keep it, and notice the sensation inside of your body, inside of your rib cage and lungs and stomach, and how each part of your body is getting your attention. So basically I like you to become very aware, attention of your beingness, and which part of you is responding or non-responding, getting attention. So engaging that observer self to the exercise of breathing in and out when you do, following my voice to breathe together. And let the air out from your mouth slowly with everything that no longer belong to you. That past is a past, but sometimes you want to keep the past element, bring that into the next. However, that it's done, served our purpose, and let go to clear our state, and then you just let go. Not necessarily carrying over with your beingness in any body, like a mind, body, thinking, feeling, emotion of fearful, angry, all these emotions that no longer serving your new here now. So let that all out, the people, event, memory, the past, whatever, completely with the air. And another important thing is I like to encourage you to do this with both eyes, physical eyes open, wide awake. So that way, when you train that connection to yourself to align to the mindfulness state with the eyes open, and then you can use it when you are driving or right before important task meeting, because most of the case when we are really occupied with something and then we want to get really fully connecting to available power to do the maximum job on the particular important tasks. So during this moments, it's hard to take a 2 hours meditation, sit and relax and numb, that's one thing. But here it's the practical tempo, but still want to accessing in the connecting to the best self of your beingness. So let us keep your eyes open. And then you may capture some information from your eyes. So that's what the whole idea, and I'd like to start if you're ready. Are you ready? Okay, shall we? So let us take a long, deep breath. Let my voice guide your attention, taking the air from the nose now. 1, 2, 3, One more time. Counting 3, 1, go. The last one with the silence, and let us use a vocal, the voice as an energy tool to releasing, no longer serving from our experience inside, to let that out with the sound of your voice saying out. Alright? So the last one. Are you ready? Let's go. Thank you for taking the time for yourself, doing conscious breathing exercise, being current here now. I'm Ami, the intuitive energy management advisor at Let Me See What We See. I provide the online workout about your awareness, exercising, training our observer self by guided experience, and stretch out the ideas, become more aware about you, noticing relationship between body, mind, and sense of self. The energy to manage. That everything is made of energy. We are part of the huge energy of the universe. And it is so ideal to give a focus on our own energy that is manageable. And when we change that energy, everything around that will be reflected. Consciously choosing the way we change and observe what would be changing according to the change you made is such a process of getting to know about your personal power. What ideal is to align to what matters to your heart most. Below the neck, the emotion bringing information. And above neck, intellect, intelligence is calculate numbers and logically resonate based on your experience and knowledge and capabilities. So balancing, connecting this above neck part and below neck part as an energy to fully engage in resonating to your spirit demand is ideal resonance for achieving asana goal. So getting to know about what excites you, and to getting there, I provide the tools and exercise the muscle to become more aware about yourself, each part of you, through the online class. So if you're interested in be open to idea, learning, getting to know more about yourself, and join me going to www.livewithclarity.com, livewithclarity.com, and sign up the invitation list. So that will help me to send you invitation when the next season starts. Look forward to exercising mind, body, and become more aware about personal power that you have within. So today's focus I like to give is navigate mind power to your own energy. Navigate mind power to change your energy. I was providing the group exercise to share idea, become aware of individual personal state of wellness. Each one of us has a room to become better as all growing person, regardless of the physical age. And one of the participant experience was very memorable to me. So I like to share the focus that we discussed about there in this group work that I experienced this week. So according to the Dr. Mona Lisa's card, she organizes the energetic relatedness in our physical body and other part of us as a 7 energetic emotional center, which is other terminology as a 7 chakra, and each chakra has a color as in a rainbow, if you're familiar with that. So, and each energy center is representing the physical organs, according to the Dr. Mona Lisa's practice as a physician, and related to the particular area energy and emotions and whatever that we create as a human being, and the mindset as a thought pattern, as a healthy thought, negative thought, both side of that particular area she shares. And when we change the way to think in healthy alignment, and then our body is also realigned to that chosen pattern. So the negative mind is putting into the negative alignment in other body, like emotional body and then the physical body too. Again, we are not only the physical body, right? So we are all connected. So learning about navigating the mind power, which is located in the 6th energy center, third eye. The organ is the brain, third eye, eyes and ears. All these sensors, this area of our physical presence, is the related component of this health. Today I like to share the mind power. So when we change that power, notice, become aware is the first step. Once we become aware of it, we have a choice to choose if there is an information. So what I do here is to provide the information from the Dr. Mona Lisa's medical doctor, as a physician, as a neuro scientist in a PhD, has studies showing that idea of the healthy, unhealthy thought related to other part of our beingness. And particularly today is the mind power. And focus as to giving emotional human components such as joy, happy, sadness, and what else? the basic emotions, love, fear, joy. And the other area is living in a society, because we all need to be part of the group as a human being. So we need some relatedness. Being part of the society is the necessary aspect of living as a person. And self-esteem and healthy goals and healthy relationship, and so forth. So today I would like to give focus on this living in society with the mind power. So what this particular area is showing is that unhealthy thought is I cannot get what we want. No, I cannot get what I want, no matter what I do or say. I cannot get what I want, no matter what I do or say. This is sort of like giving up on everything. Like, well, it doesn't matter if I do it or not. It's like a very limiting and giving up to create something. And that's such an unhappy state. But sometimes we all go there, like knowing too much, and everyday activity becomes so familiar and repeating the same on, and then if you're smart enough, like, gee, whatever I do, it's not gonna change, repeating the same thing, and I want this, but I can't get it what I want to, no matter what I do. It's sort of like very sad. But of course, I think you're familiar once in a lifetime if you experience enough in this era in a society, wherever you're located, the environment you are being part of. So the healthy thought to the similar approaches is different, but similar environment, circumstance is I can find the resources within me to be flexible, energetic, vital, and assertive. I lovingly go after and get what I need. I can find the resource within me to be flexible, energetic, vital, and assertive. I lovingly go after and get what I need. So this is the affirmation. And what would be ideal to give her attention is to give a focus to what's available inside of us, inside of ourselves, physically, visible or non-physical, available resource, any kind of availability as in health, wealth, of the resources. So creating that list of the resources that you can think of, the stretching that mind, when we are in that, unhealthy thought taking over, and then it's kind of hard to build up the muscle to look for the availability. Because when we see in one direction, dark, and then it's so hard to find that brighter area, right? So it's just the need to build the muscle and create that even the little tiny thing, the size doesn't matter, to as much as you can come up with, as much as you can pull out from your resource. These are the number games. I would say if you really want to walk this exercise, if I were you, and then I could come up with a 1 to 100. 1 to 100. Doesn't matter the size or quality. Just create that 100. Even if you just do that list to create the 100, and you feel something better, feel better about yourself, and become aware that, gee, hundreds available resource that I have. That is really powerful. What Dr. Mona Lisa is sharing here is, if we think that no matter what we do, we cannot get what we want, then we have reached a significant level of pessimism and probably depression. Depression is where the darkest dark place that each of us go visit once in a while or in the past. And with such futility, there's a little energy to change one's circumstances. So the energy levels is very low. Again, because even to use the muscle to find the availability within you, low energy. So just like a muscle is too weak to do the push-ups, the same thing. But it's there. So maintain such pessimistic perspective dangerously disrupts our mind and body's neurochemistry and immune system. So when we feel that way, our body is responding to that low energy state. Pessimism and despondency tend to paralyze the immune system. So that your immune system is get reflected that low energy, and natural killer cells, the body's first line of defense against cancer, become much less effective. So it means that your defense mechanism, immune system drops. So you easily pick up some bugs and sick, and even the cancer cells to fight these, defending all this, protecting your body from that disease decreased. The stress hormone cortisol and norepinephrine cause an inflammatory state in the body's blood vessels that increases the risk of developing stroke and heart disease. So it goes to the blood vessels, and the stress hormone changes the environment inside of your body, and it's reflect to developing the heart disease. Of course, the blood pumping into the heart. So lowered serotonin and opiates distort our perception, so that we only see negative options and stay away from positive solution. So it's not your fault that unable to see the positive thinking, but all the hormonal chemical bodies create that environment, challenge you to think positive. Isn't that something? If we really want to run fast or move some push-ups or some using the physical muscle, but our body is not supporting it, and then it's hard. You know what I'm saying? It's the paradox, but it's invisible, the depression and negative thought, but the body is responding to the energetic from the mind and emotion creates. So when we get stuck in an emotional downward spiral, are you noticing what comes when you experience that in your life? It's important to seek out someone to help jumpstart our lives into more positive direction. So when you notice that the spiral going downward, 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 and then use the support from outside of yourself. Use the support not inside of you, but someone else, outer world, your friend, a professional, to jumpstart, to redirect, reset that energetic state is very crucial. A counselor may help us assess why we've failed in the past and may help us skillfully set up a series of steps that can lead us towards a sense of mastery and success. So when we become aware of what was happening and organizing with the word one by one, the feeling with emotion, organize with the logical mind with that word, and to getting to know about what was happening, what was feeding consciously here now, that is bringing us such a healing. And you may want to find a group that teaching that method and giving a tool, or you can join my class that I share the tools, how you can learn about your emotions, how you can use the tool to become more aware of that. And a doctor or other healthcare practitioner may help us examine our brain and body's neurochemistry and figure out if we need to take nutritious supplement, herbal remedies, or even medicine. So getting to know about your brain, our brain, through that doctors and neurochemistry, and then learn about the change possibility with their way of finding solutions with the nutritious supplement and herbal remedies. Not only just positive thinking, but just getting other support to rearranging the state of your brain is also part of it. With help, we can find the resources within us to assertively go after what we want and need. With help, we can find the resources within us to assertively go after what we want and need. So when we are feeling depressed or low energy, it's tend to be isolated. That's one of the most dangerous space that we've been taken into through this mindset. So navigate your mind power and at least to ask yourself the available list and then know where you are, and then reach out your friend, trusted friend, or the community, as I also provide as a community, as a free class, online class. Sign up for the invitation list so that I send you an invitation. We're just work for ourselves, but we are there for one another. And just like a workout gym, we can do exercise by ourselves, and we need to do. No one can do the exercise for you to build your arm looking nice, or the stomach with the six-pack abs or anything. You need to do the work, but we do it together, and I provide that too. So we all encourage one another and do it as in a gym, as in a workout about the mind. So, and then information is power. But the first step is to reach out, know about yourself, and become aware and reach out with the trusting resource. And I like to share my personal experience. I've been taking there not only once, many, many times. I wish I could minimize the experience, but these downtime taught me a lot. And I learned a lot about the trust is the trust in self and the way to organize self, each part of us, mind, body, emotion, and physical. So, and then the type of myself to understand, and it is okay accepting as is and make it better. Each one of us has a unique discipline from a childhood environment. It's not good or bad. Each one of us is unique. So the first step is to become aware of what you are and what makes you feel comfortable and what makes you get excited about. And then first step doing it is to exercise observe self to learn about you. So that requires exercise. It's not the one day project, but one by one as building a muscle. So when I was taken to the dark depressive state, I didn't even know that something must be wrong with me. What I did wrong, and then all that focus is what I did wrong, what was bad, what was negative, and then all the negative spiral, like a pickle with the negativity, and it's hard to think of positivity, and then that environment attracted more negative as in a magnet, right? And chose to be isolated. I did chose to be isolated, but my observer self was observing, gee, I am consciously choosing to be isolated. But even intentionally chose to be isolated, it's impossible. It's impossible to live just by myself, even to choose to be in the forest by myself. Need the food and then need the support with others. It's weird, but when we are in that darkest dark, the weird idea is all around. So I'm not suggesting you to think positively. It's almost impossible. It's almost when you see the light in the darkest dark, and then you got sense of like a flash and then become blind. It's hard to see what it exactly is, but it's a gradually dark is the down, and gradually sun comes up. So just simply know that you are ready to allow moving on, allow the natural part of you accepting and become brighter. And when you feel that enough, the bottom, and then reach out. It's the place, community, people, service, whatever, around the world, most convenient, and you feel comfortable to connect. That's one of the solution for the best step. And be careful to the people who come to you and asking you to believe them. No. Believe in yourself. You need the community, the support to walk together. I'm Ami, the intuitive energy management advisor at Let Me See What We See. I see you next time. Thanks for listening. Until then, you have a wonderful creation and live with clarity. Bye!